Jurassic World 4. This is a movie that I cannot wait to come out, bro. I love dinosaur movies in general, but this one, it should be good. And I say that because I've seen some things, not a lot, but the video we're reacting to today apparently has a horrifying dinosaur that's going to be in that movie. And to be honest with you, that's about all the information that I know right now. So let's jump into Dangerville's video and see what he's talking about with this new dinosaur.
Welcome home, residents. It's your Mayor Alistair back once
dinosaur
again,
movies.
and will you look at that?
In the comments,
it's the end of the year.
Let me know
I thought,
your
why not
favorite
end the
dinosaur.
year with a look into possibly the biggest and most anticipated
What is
film
mine?
of
Spinosaurus? I like
2025.
Spinosaurus. There's so many that I like, though.
Jurassic World Longgrass. I mean, Rebirth.
Longgrass.
We've already seen a fair few pictures by now.
Longgrass?
Most of them being on
Oh, I forgot
grass,
Scarlett's in it,
but
dude.
what they've shown
Scarlett
looks really
Johansson?
promising. Gareth Edwards is one of my favorite directors going right now, and his
This could be a
visual
good
flair
movie, man.
is really
I'm
fitting
hyped.
for the Jurassic
They got
franchise.
Black Widow in the movie.
To bring back some of that dread and grit to the series. We also have one relatively vague synopsis giving us clues on what to expect.
I haven't seen a lot of
But
the spoilers,
recently,
but I think there is a lot in it. Not
massive
spoilers,
details regarding
but,
the film have been leaked.
Leaks.
Telling us huge details about the story, the dinosaur designs, and one horrifying plot point.
Guys, if you
Of course,
haven't
we have
yet,
to
scroll
take it
down
with
for
a
me, hit
grain
that
of salt,
subscribe button.
like anything posted on the internet.
And let's get it.
But we have several sources verifying information posted in the leak.
Could be some spoilers,
so
just so you know.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler
just in
warning.
case it ends up being
I'm
true.
fine with it.
So
I don't care.
Continue at your own risk.
Because it might be wrong. Who knows?
The information
Shout out
came
Dangerville.
from a now deleted Reddit account and gives us tons of new information, including a villain hybrid monstrosity.
Ooh,
First off,
okay.
let's talk about the dinosaurs. The post states Compsognathus, Apatosaurus,
The
and
villain
Kylosaurus,
hybrid.
Parasaurolophus, Pteranodon will all be returning in the film. And
Okay,
that
okay.
in terms of designs for the dinosaurs,
That's not, like, super
Triceratops
exciting, but-
looks like a mix between the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World designs, with a focus on its osteoderms.
Okay,
So
fine.
expect it to look kind of like the classic design, but with more crocodilian-like skin.
Is the
T-Rex
Spino
looks
in it?
like a mix between
T-Rex
Rex
is
and
in it, of course.
Rexy, with a bit of a stockier face. It's brown with dark stripes, which I like the sound of.
Yeah, that's sick.
Velociraptor will be more grey in colour, but it has a colourful face and quills similar to the Jurassic Park 3 designs.
Fine with
Love
that.
the sound of this. The Jurassic Park 3 raptors are peak design and behaviour, so them going
I like
back
Blue's
to that
design the
is
best as far as
super great to
raptors.
hear.
Blue's sick.
Quetzalcoatlus,
That blue stripe.
similar to the previous design, but smaller
Quetz.
and with a colourful hornbill-inspired beak.
Okay,
Hornbills
so he's gonna
have
be
quite
smaller?
chunky, curved bills, so expect Ketz to be a proper monster. Mosasaurus, slimmer, torpedo-shaped, and
Mosa's
leaner.
in it?
It looks more like an actual Mosasaurus, with some of its
Nice.
more crocodilian features taken away. That's good to hear. Mosasaurus in the World films was practically a kaiju, but if it really is slimmed down in
Got him.
Rebirth, it'll be
That
able
was the
to
last
move
hybrid.
around the rivers on the island
The most
without
dangerous
sticking out
hybrid.
like a sore thumb. Now on to probably
Mr.
the
Indominus
biggest
Rex.
reveal.
Miss Indominus Rex, my
Spinosaurus
bad.
looks like a mix between Fallen Kingdom's Baryonyx
Spino,
and the
my
modern
boy.
rendition of a Spinosaurus.
Let's go.
It has a M-shaped sail, paddle-like tail, and is a bit stockier.
Love
the
that.
color scheme is similar to the Fallen Kingdom's Allosaurus.
I don't know
Not
how I
sure
feel about the short
about
neck.
this.
Yeah, that's
the
what I'm
Baryonyx
saying.
design was already one of the worst on-screen translations of a dinosaur in the Jurassic series.
Of course
So
they do it to
taking
my
features
favorite.
from
Are you
that
kidding me?
and putting it on a Spinosaurus,
Come on.
which already has a great design.
Yeah, it did
kinda
have a great
sucks,
design.
Not gonna lie. And taking the boring, plain color of the Fallen Kingdom Allosaurus and replacing the iconic, beautiful red color, again, kind of sucks.
Yeah,
but it's one of
I
those
don't know how
things
I feel
that we'll have
about
to
that
wait and
design,
see.
bro.
The
Maybe it's
Spinosaurus
wrong,
is
though.
said
Maybe
to
it's
be
wrong.
super important to the story, as the leaked plot will later reveal.
Sick.
So I'm sure they've spent a lot of time making sure it looks good.
Well, then, yeah,
Like
they're
they
not gonna
did
let
with
it
the
look bad. We'll
Giganotosaur.
see.
Oh, yeah, no, that was bad. As
Okay.
for new dinosaurs, we have Titanosaurus.
Nice! Not him.
Titanosaurus.
Not the
Similar
kaiju,
to the
clearly.
Brachiosaurus,
It's
but
gonna be
bigger
him.
than a Dreadnoughtus. It has a smooth, shiny dome on its head, as well as small, thin spines on the top of its neck and hips.
Okay,
it
cool.
also has a long, thin tail. It's a dark color with
What
orange
game is this
highlights.
in the background?
Aqualops, the marketing dinosaur about the size of a cat. They
That
tag
is
along with the
adorable.
group, who gives them a nickname.
Let me get
It's
one.
orange-ish with black stripes down its tail and quills. Marketing
This
dinosaur?
dinosaur
I mean, it sounds like they're going to have a pet in the film.
Yeah,
Not
I
sure
want
how
one
I
of
feel
these,
about
bro.
that.
Somebody copy me one.
Nothing too crazy, similar but better than its Jurassic World Evolution design. Now, this next one is super crazy. We've had hybrids before in this series.
Here we go with the villain,
but
I think.
They've at least somewhat
The
resembled
mutant.
dinosaurs, but this is next level stuff. D-Rex, the
D-Rex?
mutant dinosaur. Full name wasn't given. Made by accident by trying to clone a different species.
Oh,
Smaller than
look at the
Rex,
arm coming
it
out of the
has
stomach.
6 limbs, 4 arms, 2 legs, and is apparently based on real science examples of imperfect replication. Now, there's
What you
been
mean
some
real?
recreations of its design,
It better not be
supposedly
real.
based on leaked images, where we see it has large forearms,
Ugh.
tiny secondary arms on its belly,
It kinda has
and
like a
T-Rex-like
human-shaped
hind
head.
legs. Now, this isn't the only hybrid
Oh,
that will
no.
supposedly appear in the film. Another failed clone based on a new species, potentially Purosaurus. It's smaller than the D-Rex and is apparently
Can't really
xenomorph inspired.
see his face. It
Now,
wasn't crazy.
if this is done right, it could be the most horrifying addition to the Jurassic franchise. Now, I know some people seem to hate this idea,
I like
but
it. I like it.
I personally love it.
Yeah, I think
Considering
it's
all
sick.
the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are just monsters designed to closely resemble the ancient dinosaurs.
I like the idea of
Dinosaurs
making a
lived
hybrid villain.
65 million years ago. And InGen did at Jurassic Park is create genetically engineered theme park monsters, nothing more.
So it's only
nothing less.
human
It's fair to
for us to
assume
mess
that
up somewhere.
mistakes would happen along the way,
Right,
leading
exactly.
to all sorts of mutations. This
Something
isn't
would
even
end up
some
happening.
sci-fi concept. It's a surprisingly realistic idea for the franchise, and it makes the development of the dinosaurs all the more creepy.
Facts.
It just
I like it.
emphasizes the horror of the scientists
Oh,
playing
it's got
God,
two coming out of the
leading to the
stomach.
creation of a monstrous hybrid. If
Hmm.
the film fills us with plenty of realistically behaving dinosaurs and tons of scares and tension before introducing the mutant, then in my eyes, it's fine. Just like
Yeah,
how
for
Alien
sure.
Romulus delivered a classic Alien story, but threw a curveball at the end and gave us the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's
Hey, yo,
entirely
time out. I
dependent on
haven't
the
seen that
execution
movie,
here.
Dangerville.
If they can
I plan on
satisfy us with
watching that
normal
soon.
dinosaurs, then I'm perfectly happy
He
with them
didn't say
giving us
any
a
of
big
those
scary
spoilers.
mutant at the end of the climax.
Dang.
Now, in terms of the plot, the leak also goes over some things that were
Plot
previously
over.
a mystery,
Let's hear
including
about
which
this.
dinosaur fights the D-Rex at the end.
Spino?
Before we get into it, be sure to
Tell
like
me it's
and
my boy.
subscribe, because the more that do
Make
it,
sure
the
you
more
hit that
people
like and
this video
subscribe
will
button.
reach. And that's what we want. World domination. Now here's the plot. Rebirth is set 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion. The
Okay.
planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs. Those who wandered away from the equator developed a disease that carries the risk of spreading to humans.
I wonder
The
who's
dinosaurs that
leaking
remain
this. Like, where did
exist
this
in
come from?
isolated equatorial
It's
environments
just some dude
with
online?
climates
What happened?
resembling the ones they once thrived in. Zora Bennett and her team are sent out to retrieve genetic samples from the Titanosaurus, Quetzalcoatlus, and Mosasaurus in order to create a vaccine. They are after these
Okay.
specific dinosaurs because the bigger
Pretty
ones are
simple
more
plot
resilient
so
to the
far.
virus, and by targeting land, sea, and air, they can make a more flexible vaccine. Zora's operation intersects with a civilian family whose boating expedition, by an illegal island, is capsized by the Spinosaurus. It's
My boy!
possible that the crew crashed here after the boat was attacked by a Mosasaurus.
Let's
it
go.
does get attacked, but the leak doesn't mention whether it was before or after they end up on the island. The island they end up on is an old InGen testing ground. It was abandoned due to failed company-ending mistakes, so they swept it under the rug,
company
leaving
ending.
everything to die. However, this became a dumping ground for misplaced species. There is some character drama. Duncan has a brotherly love for Zora, but doesn't
Okay.
trust Loomis, who does fall for Zora. They both think that they are in charge of
Zora's
the crew.
such a sick
Martin,
name,
they
by the
don't
way,
trust,
Zora.
and there is a traitor in the crew
Sick.
who wants to give these samples to another company. The final fight is at night. The crew is trying to escape the island, but are being hunted by the mutant D-Rex. At the docks, the Spinosaurus and the D-Rex fight it out, said to be one of the best
The
fights in the franchise.
Spinosaurus and the D-Rex
I honestly
fight
think
it
this
out.
sounds really good. Going back to its roots,
Where's
it
my
also
Spino
taking
fans out there?
inspiration from
Let
the
me know.
original novels
Let's
with
go.
how scientists are meddling with things beyond their control.
I'm hyped.
The return of the Spinosaurus is super cool, and I'm happy the T-Rex is taking a back seat so that other animals can have time to shine.
Me too.
Too many Jurassic movies end
I
with
like the
the T-Rex
T-Rex,
coming and
but
solving everything,
go
so
Spino.
hopefully Rebirth can carve out its own identity. The mutant honestly sounds really cool to me if done well and made properly scary.
I'm
Could be a
hyped.
great addition to the franchise, though it's something I suspect will be
I think it's gonna be a really cool
controversial amongst
dinosaur.
the community. My biggest issue right now is probably the fact it feels kind of like a game quest. Fetch DNA from 3 dinosaurs, each from air, land, and sea.
That's true,
It feels
it does.
a bit contrived,
But that's just the
though I
plot line of
guarantee
somebody
it
that
won't be
randomly
as
put it
simple as
online.
just going from A to B
It could
to
even
C.
be wrong.
There will be twists and turns and encounters that get in their way and sidetrack the plot, making it feel more dynamic. On paper, The Lost World is just about rescuing Sarah Harding, but of course that ends up being far more complex. We'll find out soon enough
Well, I'm
whether
sure
this
it's gonna be
plot
complex
leak
in that
is
sort of
real,
way as well.
with teasers expected to drop this month, with a full-blown
This month?
trailer releasing at the latest during the Super Bowl.
Oh,
which
it's
is
gonna be at the
9th of
Super Bowl?
February.
That's sick.
But what do you think about this leak?
See, nah, I didn't know all that. They're bringing out images and stuff at the Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing more and more news as we go on. Let me know what you think about that sort of plot line, though. Did you like it or did you not? I'm excited either way, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching with me. I love ya. Goodbye.